Hello and welcome back to my workshop. Remember, I am an inventor. And do you remember a few weeks ago we talked about how inventors see problems in the world and then they try to find ways to fix them. Sometimes, while inventors are trying to fix one problem, they end up inventing something that they never meant to create in the first place. And they fix a whole other problem, or they invent something fun or creative. I have a friend and a fellow inventor who did just that one day. His name was Lonnie G. Johnson, and he was trying to create a new way to heat houses. He's trying to find a way to push the heat all around the house so it didn't just stay in one spot. And while he was inventing that, he actually and accidentally invented this. This is a water gun. And while he was trying to invent the heat pump to push heat around the house, he created a water gun. And that is not a bad invention, because it's actually really good. Now we can have lots of fun and cool down on a hot day, but it was created by an accident. Now that actually reminds me of our Bible story today. Nothing God does is ever an accident. But in today's story, we'll see that Jesus healed a woman while he was doing something else. He was doing something else over here, and he healed a woman at the same time. Just like Lonnie was trying to create something, but he created something very different. Invented something very different. So boys and girls, why don't you go and watch that story and meet me back here in my shop afterwards?
Jesus stood on the shore of the Sea of Galilee, and a large crowd gathered around him. Jairus, one of the leaders in the synagogue, fell at Jesus' feet and begged for his help. "My daughter is about to die. Please come touch her so she will be healed and live," he said. Jesus went with Jairus, and many people followed, crowding around him. In the crowd was a woman who had been bleeding for 12 years. She had seen many doctors and had spent all her money trying to get better, but no one could help her. She was getting worse. The woman said to herself, "If I touch even Jesus' clothes, I will be healed." She came up behind Jesus in the crowd and touched his clothes. Immediately, her bleeding stopped and she knew she was healed. At that moment, Jesus felt that power had gone out of him. He turned around. "Who touched my clothes?" he asked. Jesus' disciples pointed out that many people were crowded around him, but Jesus kept looking around. The woman, knowing she was healed, came forward and fell before Jesus. She told him what had happened. Jesus said to her, "Daughter, your faith has made you well. Go in peace. You are healed." While Jesus was speaking, some men came from Jairus' house and told Jairus, "Your daughter is dead. Do not bother Jesus anymore." Jesus heard what the men said, and he told Jairus, "Do not be afraid. Just believe." Jesus and 3 of his disciples went to Jairus' house. People there were crying and wailing loudly. "Why are you crying?" Jesus asked. "The child is not dead. She is sleeping." The people laughed because they did not believe Jesus, and he told them all to leave. Jesus took Jairus and his wife into the room where the child was. He took the girl by the hand and said, "Little girl, get up." Immediately, the girl got up and began walking around. Jairus and his wife were amazed. Jesus told them to give the girl some food and to not tell anyone what had happened. By healing the woman and raising the little girl from the dead, Jesus showed his power as the Messiah. Jesus died on the cross and rose again to save people from sin and death. When we trust in Jesus, God forgives our sins and changes us to be more like his Son.
I love that story so much. Notice that Jesus pointed to the woman's faith. She was just so certain that Jesus was God's Son and that he could do amazing things, and that she knew that Jesus could heal her. And not just by asking or talking to him, but just by touching his robe, she knew that he could do amazing things. And it's amazing that Jesus is in this great big crowd of people, and there are people all around him, and he and Jairus were pushing their way through all those people, and he felt someone touch his robe. Now, I'm sure there were a lot of people touching Jesus' robe, but this one was different because she was not doing it just to touch him. She was not doing it by accident. It was very purposeful. She went to him knowing that he could change her life. And Jesus can change our life too. And Jesus knew in that moment that something amazing had happened and that this woman believed in him. Today, we learned that Jesus showed how powerful and amazing he is by healing people. He showed how much he cares for people and loves them by healing them. And he showed that he is the Son of God. I bet that this woman, she went and she worshiped God and she glorified him lots and lots after that. We can go to Jesus, we can pray to Jesus, we can ask God to forgive us, to help us, to heal us, to do great amazing things, just like this woman went and she found Jesus. Every day this week you can pray to Jesus, you can go to him with whatever things are hurting you or making you sad or upset, and he will listen and help you. So, boys and girls, let's play a game before we are done for the day. Today, in today's story, the woman just had to touch Jesus' robe in order to be healed. She had that much faith. So today I'm going to play a game where I'm going to challenge you to touch things in your house, in the room that you're in. I'm going to challenge you to touch some things. I'm going to call out something quickly, and you need to run around and go touch it very quickly before I say the next thing. So let's say that I say, go and touch something blue. Look around. What would you touch that is blue? I have something blue right here. I'm going to touch that. All right. You found something? Okay. Go. Touch it. What is something blue? Go and touch that. Good job. Okay, now, see if you can find something square to touch. Go touch something square. Go touch something soft. Run, 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 run. Go touch something, you got the soft? Okay, go touch something hard. Go, go, go. Hard. What is hard? Go touch a toy. Can you find a toy to touch? Go, go. Good toy. Can you find something red? Go touch something red. Quick, quick, quick. I'm not giving you a lot of time. Good job finding something red. Now, can you find some glass? Something that's glass? Can you find something that's glass to touch? Okay, good. Just a few more. Can you find some paper? Is there paper nearby? Can you touch paper? Go, 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 quick. And last thing, can you find something that is wooden? Some wood to touch? Boys and girls, we touch things all the time, and that didn't make a difference. All those things that we just touched didn't matter. Nothing special happened or was very different. But in today's story, that woman touched Jesus' cloak and her whole life changed. She went and she found Jesus and her whole life changed. Jairus went to Jesus and he asked Jesus to do something, to heal his daughter, to bring her back from the dead. And Jesus could do it because Jesus is God's Son who can do anything that we ask him to. Doesn't mean he's always going to, but he can. And so we come to Jesus and we ask him to do great and mighty things. Boys and girls, thank you for joining me this morning. I am so glad that you were here and that we got to play together and to learn a little bit more about Jesus and the people that he helped. I will see you later. Bye, kids.